Hey now, it's Sharon. I'm back to share another policing experience with you guys. If you're new to the channel, I'm a retired detective. I've worked for 20 years for a southeastern city in the US, and I was also in the military. I am sharing my perspectives along with my experience as a police officer and a couple of military experiences in there. And with that being said, I wanted to share just an idea or a thought that I've had throughout my policing career. And I've always heard officers say, well, let me correct myself. I've heard different officers say they're just here for the paycheck. And at one time, I thought that early in my career, like, I want to earn my paycheck. And I've talked about that and, quotas versus productivity and all that stuff. But the idea of it's just a paycheck, it never really sat too well with me. And I had to figure out why, and why did I have it? What's the word? A discomfort about just saying the job is just a paycheck. And so, of course, checking me and my behavior and how I interacted with the community, I realized that's part of my awakening, if you will, that in policing, the goal is to arrest the bad guy and go after the bad guy and put bodies in jail and before the judges and things like that. And I talked about over policing areas. We called it something different. I equated that to fishing in a pond, and you stock the pond, let's just say with bass, and then one or two people are there, take maybe 10 fish the most out of the pond. But if you have 50 people fishing this small pond, it'll be depleted quickly, and the pond will probably die if it's not restocked. And I equated that to how we would overpolice neighborhoods. We'd go into certain neighborhoods, and we had a zero tolerance policy, if you will. Everybody, including grandmas, going to jail for spitting on the sidewalk, walking in the street, because I had to earn my paycheck. So the idea of earning your paycheck, or it's just a paycheck, like I said, it caused me some discomfort because I started to see individuals instead of seeing them as, well, this is 2 points, this is a body, I get my sergeant off my back. I remember hearing the police chief said that he just came into it because it was a good paycheck. And I always wondered, okay, is that the first reason why you came in, because it's a good paycheck, or did you want to help people? I always thought about that. For me, the discomfort was me chasing the paycheck or wanting to prove that I deserve a paycheck and going after the bodies, if you will, to keep the sergeants off my back. The goal shouldn't be about bodies, and that's something that needs to change if we're going to reform policing. Stop counting the amount of bodies we're putting in jail as a good thing. It's actually a negative thing. The goal should be, how do we bridge that gap between policing and the community? The goal should be, how many interactions had we had, positive interactions, mind you, with the community, down to the individual officer. An officer, a goal for the month might be going to 2 schools and presenting or talking to the kids about policing and becoming a police officer. Or another goal might be going to community meetings, just showing up as a beat officer. They have community meetings on your beat. Show up. And that's looked at as a more heavier weight when it comes to evaluating the officer. But yeah, if it's just a paycheck to you, don't get into policing. That's my advice. That's all I want to share with you guys. Take a look at our online store. The link is in the description. And always remember, you don't necessarily have to go through a thing to learn from it. Talk to you guys later. Bye.